Hi, hey, and all those other greetings, Spade Adventurers. Welcome back to another video on SpadeGalzProductions, gaming and unboxing channel. With me, Jake Spins. We also have SpadeGalzOriginal with Girl Cyclones, Quincore, Florali, and Vlogs. If you've missed it, we uploaded the second part of the whole entire Why I Hate the Bus video, as well as a strawberry shortcake ice cream Oreo taste test on SpadeGalzOriginal, so definitely make sure to check those out. And today we have an unboxing. This is something I completely forgot about. It went out of my mind, but I'm very, very happy, very excited for. So we have right here the Pearl and Marina Amiibo. Very beautiful. So Splatoon 2, along with the Switch, came out a whole entire year ago, and it's crazy to think that Splatoon 2 is going to be celebrating that anniversary of a whole entire year, having Inklings versus Octolings just straight up on the 20th. It's crazy that this game has been out this long. And I'm very, very pumped for that. I'm very excited. So the fact that these amiibo are actually out just makes me so happy. And then we've got the Octoling amiibo coming. So far, the only Splatoon amiibo, well, other than the color variants, which I don't know exactly why they did that. Probably just for money. I only have the one. I still need the two other variants. But anyway, other than the Smash Brothers amiibo, I've got all the amiibo for Splatoon down in pat. Well, as I said, and the variants. But we've got the off-the-hook girls right here. It's amazing. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, right off the bat, I do like the Squid Sisters a little bit more. But the funny thing is, Marie's not on the top of my list for the favorite out of my four. Because my favorites are... Actually, I mean, there's only 4 places. But my favorites are, it goes Callie, then Marina, I'd say probably then Marie, and then Pearl. And while Pearl, yeah, she can be cool, I don't know, there's just something about her that I'm not the biggest fan of. But hey, that's just personally me. You guys have your own opinions. I know a lot of people really love Pearl. Everybody loves Marina, because Marina is just adorable and innocent. If you're wondering, Spins, what's the point of getting this? Why, other than collecting it? Amiibo has, like, no functionality. Why do I want this? You want this because there is incentive. And the incentive is, if you guys remember, if you guys have played Octo Expansion, or maybe you haven't, Marina and Pearl are both inside of that, helping your character out. Helping out your Octoling character that you are playing. For us, it's Octavia. So they're helping out Octavia. And if you end up using the amiibo and doing all the right things, you can get their outfits from the story mode. Because the outfits are actually very, very different from what they usually wear. So keep that in mind. You won't get their usual outfits, but you will get their Octo Expansion outfits, which is definitely a really cool thing. And I gotta remember when doing unboxings to make sure to hold them up. So, now it's time for the fun part. The challenge will be to use my mouth to open this. I'm kidding, no. Why would anybody use their mouth? Come on, guys. Come on. Okay. Let's stop joking around. And I'm so nervous because this is the part of Marina's face, and I don't want to rip Marina's face. I don't want to rip her face. I gotta get to Marina inside though. And to do that, I gotta rip part of the cardboard with Marina on it. I know this is weird, but just... I display these, okay? Okay, let's start on the Pearl side. Maybe if I do that, we'll have good luck. But it's Friday the 13th. I didn't even realize that. I was like, oh, it's the 13th. And I just never thought of the fact that it's Friday. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not very superstitious about Friday the 13th. I'm superstitious about a lot of things. But for some reason, Friday the 13th just isn't something that that comes to mind for me being like scared at all. I'm not scared of it. I'm not. I don't know. To me, it's just like a whole movie thing, and the fact that 13 in a different country is actually lucky, even though America doesn't actually have 13 floors, because we're just that superstitious that we don't have a 13th floor on buildings. I don't know. Like, if you have more than 13 floors, though, is it just like, would you just have like a whole entire like construction floor that you've done nothing with? You know? Oh, of course, in the middle, no damage. But the second it hits Marina... I'm sorry, Marina. I'm sorry. You elegant inkling... Octoling. You're an octoling. I remember your species. Yeah, so... Marina is the first time you ever actually see a good octoling. It's interesting. Because in the first Splatoon, they were like, octolings are evil. They're horrible. And then you get to the story mode in Splatoon 2, and it's like, okay, well, they can apparently be controlled. And then, you know, Splatoon 2, you see that Marina is there, and she's a good squid. What is that? Oh, it smells awful. Okay, new game smell. It's not the best smell, but like... Ooh, that's rough. Okay. I'm sorry. I just needed a second. And if you're wondering, I got these from Best Buy. I mean, it was in the package. It was in the package smell. No Amiibo has ever smelled like that. That was not a pleasant smell. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, I should have wafted. Wafted, and I didn't. Okay, let's get the Amiibo out and get rid of this plastic. Please tell me it's not the Amiibo. Oh, it's the Amiibo. It's gotta be the paint. Maybe it's because it's warm. It's warm out. I don't know. Marina, you look pretty. Just smell coming over me. Not very pretty. Not very. I hope Marina doesn't smell like that. I hope Pearl doesn't smell like that either. Okay. Well, I have Marina in my hand. So let's talk about Marina, my homegirl. She's awesome. Like, seriously, before the game even came out, her reaction when these two were revealed was so phenomenal. Everybody loved this girl. And, like, now that the game is out, even more people love her. She's a very scientific, techno kind of girl, which she's very serious, but she's very shy, which even though like she speaks outright, she lets a lot of stuff slide, mostly because she's shy, but she does question a lot of stuff. And she's a DJ, as you can see from these beautiful headphones. And I don't think I've ever seen this girl from the back. Like, look at this. I didn't know that her hair was so long, actually. If you look, you've got the big strands that are actually, it's going to the splash, which is really, really nice. And yeah, you've got that second one. Yeah, this is like the Octoling hairstyle, except Marina. And it's great because you have this one that goes long and down, and then this one that's short. And I think that's cute. I think that's adorable. It's not exactly like my Tria's, but like it's close. Maybe that's why I like the hairstyle. I don't know. But it's also very detailed because you have all the suction cups on there, since she is based on an octopus. Anyway, though, you've got the interesting things in her eyes. I don't know why exactly they did that. Probably because they are supposed to look otherworldly or something. I don't know. I've never even been a big fan of that for the Inklings or Callie Maria. Or, not Maria. That's a completely different game. Or Marie. But it works. And I just realized she has like a winged tip on her eye. Again, in math class, the girls at my team would talk a lot about makeup. That's the only reason I know what a winged tip is. Or smoky eye, because a lot of commercials. Anyway, though, I never realized how interestingly colored her eyebrows are. It's kind of like, I don't know, maybe like a storm blue. It's very, very interesting thing. But, from what I can tell, they've got all the details right. They've got the colors right. The hair actually looks very seamless. I'm assuming that it connects on top, and this is very clever because they put the headphones there, and that's probably where the crease for connecting it would be, but it's covering that, which is amazing. And everything about this figure so far looks great. You've got a fang in her teeth, so they've got that detail. You've got her mole. You've got her her painted nails, which is even more amazing. The fact that they go to that length of detail is fantastic. You've got and at first I didn't notice this. Like, it's okay. So the one part of the detail that I find interesting is that you look here, and not all Amiibo are going to be perfect, but you look here, and it's got a nice granodent there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's a nice granodent, and it goes into the hair very nicely. It goes from the like, I don't know, maybe like dull purple, like the purplish color, into that nice aqua. It's got that flow like in the game. But the front bang, and again, no ones are perfect. You can't be completely perfect. But if you look here, there's no granodent on her bang, and you might be like, okay, well that one's short. But you look on this other front one, this front one also doesn't have that. I don't know if that's one specific to my Amiibo, or if it's something that all the Marina Amiibo have. It's not a problem. I don't see it as a problem. By the way, I can't see the camera, so I'm sorry if it keeps going like in and out. I don't even know if it's focused on my face. But yeah, you've got the nice jacket with the cone up, and there's a lot of stuff that, from seeing this, I never even would have realized from looking in the game. Like, they actually have the zipper done very nicely. It looks very nice. And have they ever done a zipper on an Amiibo? Is this the first time they've done a zipper? That's interesting. The pull actually looks really nice too. You've got her belly button piercing. The one I do think this is kind of weird and interesting. Marina, as you can see, she has a very short skirt, but so short that you can actually see the curve. If you look at her leg, okay, if you look at her leg, you can actually see the leg indent where it would be going inward towards the middle of the legs. And that's interesting, because you wouldn't think that Nintendo would be okay with a design like that, but maybe because she's a little bit older, I'm not sure. It's not really that revealing. But that's one thing that I've always found interesting about Marina, is that she has she has a fairly revealing outfit for a Nintendo game. For like any other game, not really. But for Nintendo, it's a little surprising. I mean, at the same time, there are other Nintendo games, like you do have Crystal, you have Palutena. So yeah, I guess this is a little more common than I realized, but... And also, in the back, you do actually see that little indent that starts with her butt. I know, it's a weird thing to mention. But you've also got her leggings, which are the right color. They look nice. They look like how they are in the game. They don't look like how the ink looks. So that's really nice, because it shows they have that texture difference. And then I never knew that her shoes were actually opened or had any zippers. That's something I didn't realize. Also, the ink is propping her up as well. I just realized that's probably why they have it like that. So that's Marina. I know I went very in-depth with Marina. But now we've got Pearl. She's not as interesting as Marina, seeing as she doesn't have like the nails painted or anything like that, but she's still a pretty nicely designed character. A lot shorter than Marina, so the ink is definitely way shorter. And it does prop her back up, which is nice that it's a stand while also not being a stand. It also I thought it hit her foot, but it doesn't. You've got the gold zipper on her shoe, which actually is not unbuckled. As I said about the leggings, you've got the same entire legging design. I didn't... Oh, actually... yeah, you wouldn't normally see the back of her, which her back, the tentacles in the back, I didn't actually know she had those two little, these two little ridges on her. So that's very interesting. Now, one thing about her that I feel like I could say is maybe the skin should be a touch darker, not by that much, because Pearl, she is pale. She's like vampire pale, but like maybe a pinch darker because of how light the a lot of her details are, because you can see this like cream like white for her hair, all that kind of stuff. And there's not as much granite for her. I think it should go up like a little higher, but I'm not an expert. These guys, they have the references and all that. And then her eyes, they do have the whites. They do have that fancy looking thing. But I think the one thing that always turned me off of about Pearl is just the one fang in the middle. Like, it just looks kind of weird to me. It looked kind of like a baby tooth. Maybe that's on purpose. I'm not sure. You've also got this gold zipper on her. So while there's not as much to talk about her, there is still that detail where you do have the triangles, which I didn't know that from in the game. Either I wasn't paying attention or what. And the only dark color on her, now that I think about it, is actually her gloves. And of course she does have the crown, but because she doesn't have that whole Marina thing, she you can see the crease in her hair as well, which is it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing by any means. There are ones that do look a little more awkward, even the ones like the wedding Bowser. You can still see the creases just because, you know, you can only be so perfect. And honestly, these amiibo, looking at these compared to the Mario amiibo, which was the first amiibo, if you really think about it, amiibo have gone such a far way. They have been around for long enough to where they look so much better. They look really good. We've got Ridley looking amazing. And then the Inkling, I'm going to compare the regular Inkling to the first ever Inkling amiibo once I get that. And then like just compare all the Inkling amiibo and Splatoon amiibo, because they're so similar that it's a really nice gauge to see this is around when amiibo originally started versus current day. And that makes me very excited for the future, because I do believe that unlike something like Disney Infinity, Nintendo will keep putting their chips, they'll keep putting their money down on amiibo because it is a collector's item. While there's not that much functionality in the games, I feel like that's going to probably come a little down the line, because I mean, come on, these guys are amazing. Look at how amazing they look. Let me know down below, what do you guys think about the Pearl and Marina amiibo? And are you planning on getting them, / have you gotten them? As well, answer me this. Have you pre-ordered the Ridley and Wolf amiibo? They both went up on Amazon. So far, I've heard no news about the Octoling amiibo, which is weird because... Or, not Octoling. Inkling amiibo, because it comes out on the same day, which is when the game comes out. Anyway, though, that's going to end for this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next Tanooki Tale review. See you later, and keep it safe.